started the stream again.
Okay.
Yeah, stream's up again.
Right, so I've got stream starting soon.
Yep, that should be it.
Live now. Okay, I need to retire. Yes, I want to retire. Monitor, yes, I want to do that.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we are back here for the feature race here in Texas Motor Speedway. We've just seen in qualifying that Cinderella Tour has put it on pole position here. An interesting qualifying session we had. G trying to figure out stream issues and deal with the traffic, and also having to try and do a fast lap, and he only gets himself in third. Flaky also in second there, and the rest follow with Zande, Fury, Ugbar, Dwayne Pop, Exmar, Amazing Pie Boy, Emo Guy, Rompu, Lionel Flurney, Smoky Devil, and DJ Phil. So, who've you got your money on for this race then, Kelly?
Oh, I'm still back in the G. I'm still back in the G. He's a couple of places back. We know anything can happen in the start, so we'll see what happens at the start. See who gets a good start and what happens with the chaos behind, like we had in race 1. In the sprint race. Yeah, I'm sticking with the G, but Cinderella Tour and Flaky are both contenders for this one. But don't rule out Ugbar, Fury, Emo Guy is only in 10th, but he's got a chance from back there. Anything can happen in this racing. All these guys are all contenders.
For sure, for sure. So in this race as well, they will have a mandatory pit stop. So they got 38 laps of this race, and I'm just currently looking for when the pit window will open. And
okay, here we go, Daniel.
Okay, do you want to lead us off from the start then, Kelly?
Oh, I'd love to. Thank you very much. Motor Speedway, here we go. We're just waiting for the lights. On my start, we're away, and a bit of pushing and shoving from the second and third guys, but who's Flaky out front at the moment as they come around the first part of the banking, and they're all pretty clean as they come round. Turn 1's going to be interesting. Cinderella's moved into first place, Flaky's in second. Look at them jostling for position. It's going to be an interesting turn. Here we go.
Flaky goes down the inside, and we got all sorts of people going around. Is that G? G's gone back. He's gone right back. The only G's dropped right back. But I'm currently watching Zande, and there's all sorts of chaos hits into the back of Emo Guy. It's going to be absolute chaos. But the only G is down in 9th place.
Yes, he is. He's got a lot of work to do from back there. So let's see how he gets on. But it's Flaky in 1 and Cinderella touring 2. Emo Guy's up to 3rd. So a great start from him, and he's in as they come. They're still quite close. Excuse me. Obviously, first lap, and they're back onto the leaders are back onto the bank-in, onto the oval. So good first lap. No real disasters. G's got some work to do.
He's got a lot of work to do. He's really stuck in the pack at the minute. He's stuck in the pack with Zande and Smoky Devil and I think Amazing Pie Boy. So he's really got a lot of work to do, and he's stuck in this traffic. But the man who's made a fantastic start again is Emo Guy. He gets himself into 3rd place. Let's hope he doesn't have to pit so early this time, but you can't, because the pit window opens at a certain time. I'm not sure what that window is, but just seeing Amazing Pie Boy just glitching out. There's a big crash. Who's in the wall there? G's in the wall. No? G's gone right down. G and Amazing Pie Boy have tangled.
Oh, yeah, and they're...
G having a terrible feature race.
Absolutely, that's really spoilt his race. We'll have to see how he gets on, see if he can make a comeback. But he's having a shocker, absolute shocker, considering how easy he had race 1. But that's the way it goes, I suppose.
Yeah, for sure. As we go back towards the front, Emo Guy is just sticking onto the back of on the back of a Cinderella Tour. But Exmar is doing a fantastic job there in 4th place as well, doing it for Team Prolapse. Team Prolapse boys currently watching and supporting his driver. But what has happened to G in this race? He's nowhere. It's
We'll have to see how he gets on later in the race, and if he can make some of those places back. I'm sure he can. I'm watching Emo Guy and X-Smart. They're very, very close.
Yeah, we're on that fight as well.
Yeah, they're very, very close. And X-Smart's right in the slip of Emo Guy. Going to cut to the inside. He's going to try and take him down the inside into one. But he's not hard enough on the brakes. Not late enough on the brakes. So Emo Guy stays in front for the moment. But he's got an absolute mirror full of that Corvette. As they come round into the infield and through the chicane.
These two definitely giving each other the space. This is how clean these boys are racing. They need to give each other the space, and Xmar has now got a run on Emo Guy. He looks to the inside, but to me it looks like that Ferrari is just a little bit better on the brakes. So look just behind, Duane Pop and Ugbar are having another fight again. So these two having a fight, and Ugbar is going to try around the outside once again. Can he get this move done, or is he just going to go wide? He gets it a little bit cleaner this time, but return back to Xmar and Emo Guy. And sorry, hang on. Xmar has made the move past on Emo Guy, so Xmar has now got past Emo Guy. So maybe Emo Guy just had a little bit of a sloppy exit, and Xmar is back in front.
Yeah, I didn't see what happened with that one. I didn't know what... we must have missed something there, unfortunately.
Yeah, I believe we have. We're too busy watching Ugbar and Duane Pop going at it, but Xbar Team Prolapse has done the right move there, so he's now got himself onto a podium position. Go back to the leaders, and Flaky is currently just slowly pulling away from Cinderella Tour. Not a massive amount, but this is not a sprint. This is an endurance. This one's a little bit of a longer race. So we're only lap 4, and Leon Fernie has already got himself a penalty, and he's fighting with the only G who's trying to recover back from that poor start that he had.
Yeah, that's exactly the fight. Oh, no, G's off again. He must have the most beaten to death forward as well. It's got no spoilers, got no front lights, no rear lights. You know, it reminds me of a Cortina I used to have.
Yeah, he's just not had the luck in this race so far, but luckily it's only lap 4. There is still time to recover, but he needs the leaders to have a horrid race now. But if anyone can come back, it's definitely the only G. Currently watching Fury. I'm pretty sure Fury's granddad and Fury's mum will be watching this right now, especially his granddad. He's now starting to get the hang of this Corvette, and he seems to be struggling and trying to find a good setup, but Fury is getting the hang of it now. As we go back to Duane Pop and Ugbar, who is still battling it out between these two. The fantastic battle these two are showing right now.
Yes, indeed. I'm just reading through the comments. JPOB23, very low stream not working. Yes, we know that stream's not brilliant, I'm afraid, Jay. We have been trying to work on these things, but try and bear with us a little bit.
I believe it's up and running fine now. It should, on my phone it's up and running, so you should be up and running fine now, guys. So
yeah, I'm watching it now and it seems to be running fine, but the joys of internet, eh? First world problems. First world problems. I'm currently watching G, and he's knocking on the door of his mate that he had a bit of a tussle with in qualifying.
Lino Fernie.
So, yeah, that's him.
And he's just dropped it. Lino Fernie's just gone a little bit wide, and that's it. G's through. Well, we're going to go back to Duane Pop at the minute, because there's an interesting fight going on here between them, because they're starting to catch on to the back of Emo Guy, and Ugbar is all over the back. But look who's behind them. Zande as well has caught up to the back of these two. So Zande going really well. He's had a little bit of a recovery.
Quite a fight here amongst these three, isn't there? Ugbar, again, I've only got initials on the feed that I can see, so I can't see the full names. So I have to try and remember them as we go. But look out! Oh, that was close! Oh no! Look at this! Oh, it's the Rose of Dawn, isn't it?
Ugbar and Zande coming together there. Zande trying to be cheeky and go down the inside, but Ugbar is there to stop him. So a bit bargy. I think Ugbar didn't actually see him there, because Ugbar is usually quite a clean driver. So I like to call Ugbar the Colin Turkington of the championship. He really tries to do clean moves, and he just has bad luck, and hopefully this season he doesn't have that bad luck. But these lot are really starting to hound now Emo Guy. I'm just having a look through the messages right now. Fury's mum is here. Yes, here she is. We got Welshie as well, and Fury's granddad as well. Yes, Welshie. Welshie's here as well. Yeah, so Welshie from Simplay as well. So all these boys, yeah, well, come on, Exmar. Exmar's another one out on track. He's trying to make a recovery, but he's doing fantastic there in 3rd place. He's having a good drive right now. But what I've also noticed, Kelly, is Cinderella Tour is starting to catch onto the back of Flaky again. He's only 4/10 behind Flaky.
Yes, he's in half a second on Flaky at the moment. So let's hope these boys remember that it is an endurance race. And
we'll come back to them because at the minute Ugbar's making a move on Delaney Pop right now, and then right onto the back of Emo Guy as well. So we're looking at this fight right now. Ugbar looking to go around the outside, but he can't get the job done. And also Exmar as well. Zande, sorry. Zande is there, ready to pick up the pieces if need be as well. But these guys are 10 seconds ahead of G. G's next pack to catch is this one, and he's 10 seconds back. Zande goes down the inside, it gives Ugbar a big shove. And Ugbar loses a place there.
Gives his door a bit of a push as they come up to the hairpin.
Dwayne Pop goes into the title. What are these two doing?
Oh yes. Where's Dwayne Pop going? He's having a little cut in the grass there a minute.
William and Zande come together.
Yeah, I didn't see exactly what happened. I just cut straight to Dwayne Pops, and he was already on the grass. He's now got G for company.
I don't know. I admitted that
they're side by side as they come round the banking.
Most people, but I haven't actually.
Yeah,
I don't know what to say about that. That was a bit. That was a bit argy-bargy between those two. Zande and Dwayne Pop was really a bit rude of each other, but that helps G out a little bit. He catches onto the back of Dwayne Pop, and he just needs to get past Dwayne Pop, which we're watching right now. G down the inside, and he gets that job. Zande is just at a spin as well, so G's made another place on Zande, and he's still currently trying to get past Dwayne Pop, but Zande's struggling.
G's now 17 seconds from the lead. That's not unfeasible to be able to bring that back. But then, saying that, as long as the front guys keep it kind of sensible and keep a sensible pace, I mean, they're in the late 13s, early 14s. So it's a quick pace out front. So we'll see how this progresses as we go through the rest of it.
Just to comment to yours, J Palm. No, Andy sadly is not here tonight. I'm currently with my father, Kelly Davis, here tonight, and we're currently commentating here tonight. But we just watched it on to Cinderella Torres, just dropped it and hit the wall, big time. He's hit the wall big time, and Exmar goes into 2nd place. So Team Prolapse boys are now up into 2nd place with Exmar. He's having a fantastic victory race, but he got right onto the back of Flaky, and then just suddenly dropped it. So Cinderella Tour was making his way up, but it's done all the hard work.
So easily done. A lapse of concentration or a misjudge your braking, you're in the slip with someone else. So easily done that all of a sudden the back end can turn around and away you go. So yeah, it's all changed at the front.
Yes, very much so. Exmar having a fantastic race here. I do not want to jinx him, but he's doing fantastically well right now.
Sorry, Exmar. That's the end of it. Don't jinx you now. If you're listening
me
to
and
the
Andy
stream, sorry.
Me and Andy seem to have this issue that whenever we do predictions or we back up someone, they tend to get cursed a little bit. And I'm sorry, Exmar, if I've just cursed you, but yeah, he's doing fantastically well. Another comment here from J Palm. Zande joined at the track, was not safe, and Duane Pop crashed into him. So yeah, it looks like that's what's happened there on that situation, on that little incident they had in the hairpin. But
thanks,
yeah, J Palm on it. J Palm on it, and keeping an eye on what's going on. Zande trying to recover. He's got Rompu right behind him, but yeah, not the start of the race that he wants. G isn't really making any edgeway. He's the fastest man on track right now in the 1:13.9, so he's the only man in the 1:13s, but he's 16 seconds back from Flaky and 3 seconds back from Emo Guys, so he's still got a heck of a lot to work to do.
But it is only a quarter way through the race.
Very much so. Anything can happen. Anything can happen. You know that for sure. In multiple races that we've done online and races we've done in BMX as well, anything can literally happen. So never ever give up in racing. Never.
Well, that's true. You never ever give up, whatever happens. But our BMX races from back in the day, Dan, were only about less than a minute long. So
and even still, with less than a minute, anything can happen in that minute.
It certainly can, and you never write anything off and never for sure until the checkered flag drops. But as I say, there's a long way still to go in this race, and as I say, it's an endurance, not a sprint. So we'll see how things pan out. Flakey needs to get his head down here now. He's got a 4-second lead. He's a nice, comfortable gap. He needs to just keep his head, keep his braking points, and apex his corners, and just keep it nice, and just get into that zone, into that leading zone where you just forget what's going on about you and just concentrate on the track in front of you. When did these pit stops start then? When did the pit window open? We don't know this, do we?
Nah, I couldn't find out when the pit window opens, so I'll have another look to see if I can see when it does. But I believe these guys will have to pit soon. I'm not sure when soon, but will be soon.
Absolutely. Who am I watching at the moment? I'm watching
okay, so lap 12. Sorry, lap 12 will be just when the pit window opens.
So next lap is when the pit window opens. What do you feel that people are going to do? They're going to try and 50-50 this? I mean, I'm looking at G at the moment, and his tyres, 3 of them are looking okay. One's a bit on the cold side. They don't they don't look particularly worn,
I think it depends on the driver. Some people, I know Emo Guy for sure, he's one of them drivers who likes to get his pit stop done and out the way and then try and gain on his time. Others for sure, I know when Andy races, he likes to go as late as possible, so he'll go near enough to the end of the race. So it depends on the driver, I believe. If it was me, it depends on the situation. If I'm in traffic, I want to get my pit stop done and out the way so then I can try and make time in clear air. But if I was Flakey, I'd leave it as late as possible and just react to when everyone else reacts. He's got Exmar behind him who's lapping similar to him, but he's holding up Cinderella Tours, so I'd just keep an eye on that gap, maintain it, and then react when they react. That's what I would do if it was me.
Have a good one, everybody.
Yeah, I'd do that too.
Well, you get to find out in get a little flash there from Exmar. You'll find out in your first ever touring car on Sunday.
Oh yes, yeah. Thanks for that. Yeah, but I certainly see where if we even get to the pit stops. But yeah, I mean, I don't know how the tyres are going to react on this long distance. I don't think anyone will change tyres, will they? It takes too long, doesn't it? Not
normally, no. You'd lose a lot of time in losing tyres. Luckily, there's no damage. All the damage that you're seeing is only visible, so the drivers are just having to do either a fuel top-up or a tyre change, and it's usually a fuel top-up, depending if they can get to the end or not. But
okay, we've got someone pitted.
We've got Rompu in the pits.
Rompu, the white Ford GT, he's just in for a pit stop. The Project Cars mechanics are rubbish, aren't they? Let's be fair, innit? They kind of just stand there. One's just kind of waved a gun at it or something, and he's on his way again. But they're rubbish, aren't they? If you watch them, they've got a single bolt air gun, and they wave it at the wheels about 6 times as you do the pit stop. They're rubbish, they really are.
I mean, they're not Red Bull mechanic styles, are they? Where you can get a pit stop done in 2 seconds.
Not at all. I'm just back on watching G. He's bringing Emo Guy into closer and closer to him. He's reeling him in now. Emo
Guy seems to be struggling with pace at the minute. He's in a low 115s, and G is lapping a second a lap faster than him. So the only man in a Ferrari, and he seems to be struggling in that Ferrari at this stage of the race. So and he's just dropped it. Emo Guy's just dropped it on the infield. I don't know what's happened there. It's very easy just to catch the inside of the banking and the car become unsettled. So that's one less car for G to worry about, and now he can just crack on and chase down Ugbar. But that's a 6-second gap that he needs to bring down. But he is one of the fastest men on track. The only one who's faster than him is the race leader, Blakey, at this minute, who is in the 1 minute 14.0. So he's in that 1:14, so doing what he needs to do.
It's like
But,
you're
I know what we're doing. The
I have to
cameras
say,
and you doing the
Exmar
things.
is doing a fantastic job in second, holding back Cinderella Tour.
Are you racing?
Yes, absolutely.
He wants to
Are
take
you
part in the
racing?
fashion
Cinderella
dash.
Tour is
£5
five,
win.
mate.
behind it.
£5, please, Mum.
Is
£5
he
to win
just
100.
biding his time, waiting for his moments? We'll wait and see.
I'll keep you 100. Sweet.
What was I going to say? I was going to talk about something. Yeah, only G. I mean,
You're essentially making a £5 bet at 20 to 1.
now, but he's still 17 seconds off the
It's
lead.
just turning left,
so he
mate, it's not
hasn't
very
actually
difficult.
made any
Yeah,
dent
that's
on
warming your wheels
the
up.
leader. So Blakey's
That's
not
warming your
controlling
wheels
this race
up.
at
It's
this
harder than
point.
it
I
looks.
want to win. They're
Yeah.
short lap distance. And Blakey's definitely got
Right,
control of this
I'm
race
just
at the
giving
moment.
G the green light. So
as I
as soon
said,
as we
G's
are
not gaining
I will introduce
hugely on the overall time on the leader, but he's gaining on other people with his pace and people making mistakes, of course.
Yeah, well, I think, yeah, looks like Jay Palmer's thinking the same thing. He's looking at the same as you. He says the same. It's just Flakey and G are just lapping consistently the same. But saying that, Flakey had an average lap last time. He did a 14.8, or G did a 13.8. So G took a second out of him, and he's slowly catching on to the back of Bhogra. So something drastic has got to happen to Flakey for him to get in front. But I've just noticed as well, Exmar has just dropped it.
Oh,
Exmar has just dropped it somewhere. I'm not sure if he's just had a little spin or come together with Cinderella Tour, but Exmar has now dropped from second. We were bigging him up saying how well he was doing in second. He's now dropped to fourth, and he's got Fury, I believe, behind him. Yep, Fury behind him. Who's coming up. He's a lap down, but the man who's got Fury
I just messed up.
is the only G, and he's catching up to Exmar. So all the guys at the front, I know for sure, have not pitted. I believe Rompu is the only one who have pitted.
Right.
And I think why everyone thinks they can hear Andy is because they can probably hear my phone or stream going off in the background. So I've turned that.
Turn it off. Be professional, will you?
I'm trying to keep an eye on the comments. Okay, so it sounds like it's.
Read the comments.
I'm reading the comments, and Welshie comes and put, "Why can I hear Matt and Andy?" Well, it's because you're missing Matt and Andy. That's why. It's 'cause you're missing
That
them.
could be it. Yeah. Or it could be just some weird fetish you've got about Matt and Andy. I
that's
don't
probably
know.
nice
We
to
don't know.
be honest.
Maybe it's something in your own head.
I take it the start grid is.
Well, definitely neither Matt or Andy are here tonight. It's definitely Dan and Kelly here tonight.
So
And I believe we're better commentators than them. I believe. I think
we're better than Crofty and Brundle. But
oh,
you know,
whoa, okay. That's a big statement, but okay.
Yeah, well.
If you believe that, we'll go with that. But we hear like 5 guys at the same time.
Mate, you want to stay off whatever you're drinking? 5 guys.
Oh, really?
That's terrible.
Yeah, once they're up to speed.
I'm going to say, Soggy Biscuit's already a tenth off the quickest time.
I can't hear anybody else, can you?
Yeah, it's only like, he's only another couple of laps.
Oh, I can't even hear Daniel now. Seems to have disappeared. So, I'll continue on then. What am I watching? Watching Angel G. He's just behind Exmar and right behind him. But Akbar's already is also all over Cinderella Tour, more towards the front. These guys.
It does sound like. Sorry, I was switching my mic off and seeing what I can hear, and by the sound of things, we can hear multiple people. To be honest, guys, I'm not sure what that is. I don't know if there's a stream being ran. As we see, Ukbar just bashes into the side of Cinderella Tour. But honestly, guys, I'm not sure what's going on.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Motive Racing channel for our off-seasonal event here, the Splash and Dash at Daytona. We're at predictably Daytona International Speedway for this one. My name is Andrew Clegg, and I'm joined in the commentary box tonight by Matthew Duffin, Andy and Princess. Gentlemen, welcome along. Should be a great evening in racing tonight.
Just gone past
yeah, thanks Andy, it's great to be here for the Splash and Dash event tonight. It should be an absolute cracking race we've got in store. 15 of the quickest drivers have qualified for this event. Let me tell you, 77 laps around the Daytona Oval. It's not going to be an easy one.
Yeah,
we have 2 formation laps to kick this one off.
There, but,
Ian, our man
the
in
man
the safety car tonight,
running
is also
away
with
with
us in the commentary box as well
via
via audio link to this. He's got a little team radio.
You might need to turn your volume down a little bit, Kelly.
Welcome along. Obviously, there's a lot at stake tonight, Ian, being a certain cash prize of £100. Do you reckon that's going to play a factor in tonight? Do you reckon what are we expecting for this one? Do you reckon?
We are hearing Andy.
It's definitely going to be a close one, especially given it's all said. There's only an oval circuit, so there's not a whole lot of skill involved in just driving on a circle.
You just go on there, Dan. I'm going to switch on my...
Yeah, I can hear Andy, but I'm not sure what's going on. So
I think a lot of people are going to be...
I'll carry on for a minute, but currently right now we're still watching Blakey at the minute, but Cinderella Tour and Ukbar are battling hard right now. Just have a look, see
I
think it's going on, but
that 100 pounds cash
yeah, right now Cinderella Tours is just
I've got to agree with you, and I think that the full damage model that we've got for this one, especially,
still, we haven't seen anyone come into the pits yet, so it's going to be a while yet. So we see anyone pit,
to a lot of these guys' minds.
G is now in fourth,
in your league sim
right onto the back.
We've seen the full damage model be used very successfully in those GT3, both for the Pro and the Pro-Am series.
Not what they wanted right now.
So you're pretty used to seeing these guys.
G is now up into second place.
Quite heavy stakes, so
yes,
it's not a mistake. It's going to cost any of these guys tonight. They're going to have to truly be on their A game to make sure that these things don't cause them the negative side effects.
It is indeed, and the fact that they're running so close to each other, they could be good groups of big packs of cars, should I say, close to the wall, close to the edge of each other as well. It's going to be very interesting to see. You've really got to be on the edge to make the move. You've also got to be cautious of your surroundings. You really could do with
there seems to be about 38 people commentating
down on the radio to give you a heads up of where people are. Spotter to let you know where in terms of where people are on the track, because space tonight is really going to be essential for these guys that run in the car with you. With spatial awareness, you've got to be on point time. One little mistake, you can find yourself in the wall. I mean, know what project
I hope not, but
you can easily be in
I don't know if Cinderella Tour in the pits. I think that's because of the incident he had with
absolutely.
With Ukbar, so Ukbar stays out on track, but you're only G up into second. I don't know if G, when he pits, he needs to have a look at the stream. I don't know if he has something running in the background. That's the only thing I can think of, but he's the one broadcasting right now. I'm currently running the stream and he broadcasts my stream, so I haven't got anything open as of right now, but there are a few people in the pits. We also have Emo guy who's coming to the pits, DJ Phil. We haven't talked so much about DJ Phil, he's coming to the pits as well. And I believe Fury, Zande and Rompu have all done their pit stops as well, so pit stops are starting to happen here now, Kelly.
He used to commentate regularly on the Motive Racing channel, and it's good to have him out on the track tonight. Put in a late qualifying time towards the tail end of the preliminary qualifying procedures. It was in, I think, the final heat, or maybe the second to final heat. He put it 13th.
Has he changed tyres?
In the final standings, so that will be his starting position for tonight. I'm sure Rally will be looking to make amends for an Indy 500 race, which went a little bit wrong at another league a few months ago.
He's just been lapped by Flaky, so this is how bad Cinderella Tour's race has gone. He's just been lapped by the race leader. So,
guys, we know that
not really panned out for him, but to be fair, the race leader
season 5
hasn't pitted yet, so
we see somebody getting loose.
Don't know how long a pit stop is, but
I'm sure that Dan's going to be on a mission tonight, and we've heard him getting pretty confident in the build-up.
Is the only G.
What do you reckon about
currently doesn't hold the fastest lap,
suggesting that he's going to be going out to spending his winnings lap,
so at this minute he's going to keep that fastest lap point.
Tier 1 guy in the lobby,
but G's just trying to make a recovery and make sure he stays in front of the pack.
The heartbreak of what happened in the players, but then also with Joyce occasionally in the LMP2. Alright, champ
the lead at the moment, so he's gained a couple of seconds
in this practice session. Took 5 of the 6 last week, but unorthodox took the title and he did the hard graphs at the beginning of the season. So I like unorthodox. You know, I like his chances. He's got a lot of work to do from P12, but in a long race like this, it's extremely going to be very important.
Something
I also
dramatic
like the looks of BT Target, Ben Parky, quick guys themselves, to who is Rocker, Delore, I fancy them guys who set good qualifying laps.
Like I said, something that happened to him. The only G to get back involved, they matched each other that lap time. So yeah, I think G is about as far as he can get, unless, like I said, something bad happens to him. But
races, oval, off-road,
it's all gone a little bit quiet now. The closest fight on track right now is Zande versus Rompu, but I think that's a part of the. That's the part of the pit stop stage.
We'll see what he can do. I do fancy Gary as well. I've got to give my man a shout out.
Do you want, why it's quiet? Would you like me to give you some facts?
Apologies, my controller just started
about Texas Motor Speedway. Would you like to know some facts?
Yeah, wow, we're going to have a Kelly fact of the day. Let's hear it.
We are. We're going to have some facts. We're going to be like
Biscuit, I noticed didn't actually set a qualifying time.
So the track was
it's already just as quick as the quickest qualifying time out there. So it's nice to see people like Soggy Biscuits out there.
Yeah, Soggy Biscuit got a little bit fortuitous in that we had a dropout from the final 15, so he was drafted in as essentially a wildcard entry. Just about in 15th place for that one, so as you say, great to see him. Nicky doing the fastest time, team Polaps on top in the practice session.
22.5 seconds, and that's held by Paul Tracy. Who did it here for Team Green in a IndyCar in 2001.
So here we go, guys. Let's continue to the race.
At its widest
We're
point,
going to have 2
it is
formation laps for this one.
58 feet wide.
Going to lead this away in the safety car. You can see that Mercedes Benz at the back of the field. Very nice colour actually. Ian, you've got good taste, I've got to say. But
quite interesting, don't you think?
That's all right, no worries.
Very interesting. I love the fact that you knew that off the top of your head. Are you sure you're not reading that from any sort of internet
drivers tonight? All
street or anything like that?
I promise you that I am not.
Can you sense the tension out there at the moment? Tell us what's it like between these guys.
Well, before I managed to connect my comments to the sales, I was listening to the drivers.
Wow.
There's a wee bit of smack talk between them all. They seem pretty confident.
Wow. I love that. J-Pom saying nice commentary, guys. Well, there's me commentating on the race, and there's Kelly getting the information and facts about the racetrack. Do you want to commentate on every single race and just give us an update on each of the circuits? That'd be fantastic.
Wow, I'm going to have to do a few more research, but yes, absolutely.
You can win this outright tonight. You've just got to play it smart. 77 laps is a long race.
Well, just quickly back on Google and you can find them. Just before you carry on, we've got Blakey coming into his pit stop right now, so G currently takes the lead of the race, but we're interested to know a little bit more facts from you, Kelly. We're going to have to come up with some sort of interesting moment of Kelly back to the race or something like that.
Oh god, this will run into a thing. There was one, this was the one I was looking for, and I thought it was quite interesting, right? In the whole complex, there is 1,656 women's toilets.
Okay? Just doing that.
Right?
Okay,
as opposed to only 843 men's toilets.
While we get going around this track,
that's interesting.
Damage. Really got to be on the here.
You know, you thought the race would
make sure that you calculate when you want to make that move for the lead. You don't want to be out front on your own with no slipstream. You want to make sure that
clearly women like the racing over in Texas, don't they? So
well, yeah, obviously the heat makes them.
So we're on the right back screen now, boys.
I believe most Americans, when they go to a racetrack, they do tend to have a good drink, so there's definitely enough toilets.
You and me have been to enough touring car events. We have a little drink, don't us?
Very much so. But
very much so.
We're just currently looking Blakey has come back out on track in 5th place, getting a little bit distracted. Getting back on the toilets and drinking at race courses. Oh, imagine we could do that this year. We're probably not going to be able to do that.
Well, I'm hoping so. Thruxton for May. That's what we're hoping. But
that's the hope, and I believe some of the other Simplay boys will be heading to Donington as well if they can. But be interesting as we see now. Ukbar was going to come in the pit, but he's missed the pit box somehow. He's missed the pit lane. That's a bit embarrassing, so I'll quickly change off that. But Blakey is now moving his way back up the pack, but Yoni G I think is going to hang out for as long as he possibly can. Lap 25 here, and
tell me about it.
I don't know if we're still hearing the stream in the background. We probably are.
Yeah, probably. So Blakey's done his pit stop, as we know.
It was like all of this effort and
but carry on.
Investment you put into this, and literally half an hour into it. Honestly, mate, I thought we were screwed because half an hour into a 24-hour event. When you were like, right, let's restart, I was thinking to myself, I didn't want to say it out loud because I didn't want to like voice everyone's worst fears, but I was thinking to myself, if we can't go half an hour, how are we expecting to go 24 hours? But then after that, it all went smooth.
He's pushing. I don't know if he needs to push that hard.
It was absolutely fine after that, I was just thinking, if we can't go half an hour, how are we going to go 24 hours?
Missed the apex by a country mile. Went past that like a Mark 3 goal. You know, no grip whatsoever.
According to that, we can still hear the stream in the background. So we're trying to speak over it as best we can. They try and ignore Matt and Andy. I'm not sure what's going on, but Andy and Mogai, we wouldn't normally say ignore them, but in this case, ignore them. But we currently we've got Duane Pop and Exmar and Ugbar all coming in for their pit stops. So it looks like majority of the field have now got their pit stops done. The only man still to do a pit stop is the only G. So we'll see how Duane Pop and Exmar come
when
out.
He sits down at his simmer, he must be getting PTSD. He's just like, I can't do this.
It's interesting how this race has panned out at this stage. There's some interesting fights for third place as we see Cinderella Tour takes that third place back. So I thought it was going to be a fight for third. It seems like Cinderella Tour is taking that place back, but he's got traffic behind him though. I'm not sure who's trying to get past him. I think that's Fury.
In a way,
and it is Fury trying to get past.
Actually have it to yourselves in a way, I suppose.
Past Cinderella Tour, so that's not the position though, is it?
No, that's for he's a lap down, so he's probably going to have to stay in the position, but. Yeah, the top three kind of lapping consistently the same, but
I'll make sure
it should be interesting to see where G comes out after the pit stops. I think he should slot behind Flaky, but I'm sure.
Guessing that it's about a 15-second deficit for a pit stop, isn't it? Flaky went in with about 14-15 seconds on the only G, and now we've got a 31-second gap. So no, it must be more than that lost in the pit lane then, mustn't it?
Yeah, I think it's about possibly, maybe, I think it might be right, about 50 seconds. So, because he was quite close to Duane Pop and Cinderella Tour.
I'll make sure that I mention as much as possible.
I'm not sure he's going to pop out. If he's lapping consistently, he might be.
Will we have a donation?
Possibly
10, we'll have a donation link
5
as well,
seconds ahead of Cinderella Tour, maybe, but it depends how well G goes. He's doing a 1:14.1 at the minute, so he's doing what he needs to do, but Cinderella Tour and Flaky are only 4/10 down on him, so.
Yes, as I say, I think I'll have to try and work it out a bit better, the pit deficit, but again, the times are kind of consistent at the front. We'll have to see what happens when G pulls his pit stop and how we go from there, really.
Yeah, it should be interesting to see how he pops out, but we'll try and look at any other fights that's on track at the minute. We got Amazing Pie Boy and Ugbar having a tussle right now, but Ugbar looking down the inside of Amazing Pie Boy, and he's got that move done. Amazing Pie Boy kind of made that a bit too easy for him, didn't he?
I'll get some food from Motive.
Like he was driving on another
I reckon
track.
that Spider-Man, BT
opened the door, put the
Targa.
welcome mat out, and made him a cup
I'm sure
of tea.
we'll fit it up.
You know,
easy.
Pretty much so.
Yeah, Ugbar's in front of the way. What's he got?
He's trying to hunt down Rompu right now.
Yeah, who's on the move here? Who's?
I believe Zande seems to be going quite quick.
Yeah.
And he's trying to hunt down Duane Pop. So these two are going to be hunting each other down. Ugbar is trying to get past Rompu at the minute, but yeah, it's all kind of gone a little bit flat at the minute. G and Flaky are trading fast lap times. G's just done a 1:13.7. So as you're watching Ugbar.
Sorry, Daniel. Maybe this is a good opportunity for you to do one of those long Motive Racing speech things.
Oh, one of the speeches we do with Andy. So if we currently got anybody.
For ages.
Oh, okay. So I'm gonna try my best. Andy does it better, but I'll try my very best. But just before I get into that, we're currently watching Ugbar trying to get around the outside of Rompu, and he switches and goes down the inside. A beautiful move there by Ugbar. But to all people who are new to Motive Racing, this is a clean racing league, and we race multiple race events on throughout the week. Currently you're watching the GTEs, but we also run a Clio Cup Championship. We also run a new champion, a previous championship but being brought back. We've got GT5s, the Janetta Junior cars back as well. We also run Formula Renault. First time this season as well, we are running the Formula 1 2020 Championship as well. That'll be running as well. We're doing a full season, starting in Australia this week, I believe, and then going throughout the season. We also run touring cars, we also run GT3s, and there's all sorts available. We also run events on ACC. which is also available to people to do as well. We run GT3s. I believe there's a multi-class as well. So there's plenty of things for people to get involved and do. There's also, we can always do with more stewards. So if you feel like you want to get involved and steward a race and kind of make a decision on who's at fault in what, then please do so. We also want more commentators. We've got myself and Kelly. We also got Matt and Andy, but more the merrier. We also got Emo Guy and Ian as well, commentating as well. If we can have more commentators, that would be amazing. We can always do with them, because my voice can't always keep doing this. But if you want to get involved, please head over to www.motiveracing.com or follow us on the Discord or contact us through our Facebook, and we're pretty sure we can get you set up into a championship, a role, all sorts, and get involved and enjoy the racing, enjoy some fun endurance racing, and we do some fun races as well, so there's plenty here for us to get involved in. And I know Kelly's only just joined for this season. He hasn't raced yet, but he has done a couple of our fun sessions, and it's always good fun, isn't it, Kelly?
Yeah, that's what I mean. Absolutely great fun, and that's well done, Daniel. I popped out and got back and checked while you were doing all that. Really well done. It was like Andy was here. And for some guys, they can hear him in the background anyway. That was great. But no, it is good fun. And I haven't had an official word yet, but I believe we have another lockdown coming, joyous. So, you know, why not get involved? Do you know what I mean? If we can't go out and do all the things we want to do, then let's build on this community. And, you know, if you just enjoy watching or you want to get involved, you know, all ages are welcome. You don't need to be a race car driver. You need to drive sensibly and drive like a race car driver. But you don't have to be one. You don't have to be a certain age. You don't have to be a certain fitness. Everyone can get involved.
And you don't have to have a steering wheel and pedals either. You can race on the controller.
For me, that is not good.
No, just watching.
I was just watching.
Zande and Rompu again. Not Rompu, Dwayne Pop.
That just got even worse as X-Mark came in and somebody came in and smashed into the back of the rest of them. Yeah. All of a sudden chaos. Here you are minding your own business, doing some commentary, and all of a sudden these guys go and start. You know?
Yeah, but as we were saying, it's even if you don't have a steering wheel and pedal set up, you can do it by controller. A lot of these guys race by controller. We're currently watching Rompu and Emo Guy going at it. I know Fury was racing controller, but
I do.
As Fury's granddad just goes and put, lockdown from Wednesday, I believe. So, if you seriously, guys, like when we were in the lockdown, I joined these guys, and it's so good because we're a group of people who communicate with each other. We have good fun, we have a good laugh, and it's still keeping that connection with the real world, if that makes sense. Like, we still need. We're all home, and some of us are home alone, but we're all still with each other in this community. We're all here for each other, and we have a good laugh. And I found when I was in the lockdown, it helped me massively. And I don't know to the other drivers. I know a few of them as well would agree with me. But we have a fantastic community here. Please, if you want some fun and entertainment and want to just enjoy some racing, please sign up onto www.motive.com or follow us on the Discord and get involved. It's good fun.
Absolutely, and just to kind of move on from what you're saying there, Dan, it is good fun. It is a community, and you know, it's the closest thing we've got to racing. And if you view regularly, you'll get behind some of these guys.
A couple of formation laps here before we get going, and the Mercedes or the Mercedes-Benz Limo guy is going to lead us away in a few moments' time. We're going to get into the order that we set the qualifying times in, so everybody's just got to slow up to 70 miles an hour once we're in order. But I'm joined once again by Matthew Duffin. Matt, these guys, tension's got to be building up at this point. £100 at stake. Obviously, there's a lot on the line here.
Let's not forget Fury.
I'm sure they'll be definitely conscious of that as we get going for these couple of formation laps. Would you reckon it's going to... These couple of laps are going to start to kind of get into these guys' heads a little bit more now.
Yeah. And as we see in the chat, we have got favourites. We've got Team Prolapse, and that's I know a group of boys that are on here who like Exmar, Ben Parkey, Nicky, a group of guys who race together. So there's a community there. You've also got the people who follow Ugbar, the Flying Dutchman, the Dutch also follow Ugbar. You've got Flaky supporters, the Cinderella supporters. There are people who back them up. I don't seem to have as many supporters, which is a little bit depressing.
We're seeing a lot of traffic building up here. We can see decent target looking inside, coming down the back straight. He's going to try and make the move.
Zande, catching up to.
It looks like you've also got Nicky and Julius Rocker queuing up behind him there.
Zande.
This is looking like a recipe. Hopefully, these guys know that this very early on in this race, only lap 4 of 77 here, and this is a marathon, not a sprint. It's going to be key to this race is going to be patience. They're going to be wanting to make sure that they can just keep themselves in the hunt for the win. You need to finish in order to finish first. Obviously, the old racing cliche, I didn't quite say it right there, but it's very much a case. Yeah, somebody's into the pits already. Julius Rocker coming in, so I don't know if did he have a fuel maybe? We'll try and get word on what exactly has happened to him there. But Julius Rocker.
It says in the tank candy, so I'm not quite sure on what has happened there.
Very peculiar. Maybe you had a bit of contact with the wall, but you would have thought he'd try and stay in the draft.
If people see that, I've dropped the link onto my stream. If you want to watch and see at the end of this, I know we've got internet problems, but I know my stream's dropping tomorrow. We're on the final lap here, and Blakey is holding G back at this stage.
For the lead here, Deloy still holding on to this one. Gary has made incredible progress over the course of this. Oh, we see a bit of dizziness! Oh, Team 2 Prolapse with a big accident! And we're going to have a safety car for that one. Yellow flag, caution. We're going to call a caution here. The safety car driver Emo Guy's going to pull out. Let's see where he is on the track though, guys. We're not quite sure where Emo Guy is on the track. Did he get out in time? We'll have to wait and see. Is he? Oh, he's just missed it. He's just missed it. So we're going to have to call a caution for the next lap. Emo Guy, if you're listening to me, wait at the end of the pit lane for the next lap. We're going to call the caution the next time around. So make sure that you're obviously in the middle of the track. And once these guys come around, these guys can't hear Emo Guy in the game chat.
Off of one of the cars there. I don't know if you saw the same thing.
About to get to the end. I think Blakey is just going to hang on. It's going to be close, but Blakey will take the race here, the race win here in the feature race.
I think he is going to get it going. He will be able to get around, possibly.
Interesting.
No, I don't think he is. I don't think he's going to be able to make it. He's going to have to keep resetting.
Oh, he needs to stay out of the way here. People need to be careful at the moment. He needs to stay out of the way. Round he has gone.
Yeah, and we're currently looking at Cinderella Tour, another solid race. A little bit unlucky in some parts of the race, but he's coming around the corner
to get back to the
on the podium, I believe, yet again.
No, he's not.
So Cinderella Tour.
No, he's still on track. He's still wheel landing.
There really, you
know, he's going to have to retire from the session. He's not going to be able to bring that one back to the pit. That is really unfortunate there for Maze Gamer. A casualty of that big climb up there on the third lap of the race.
Absolutely.
Duane Pop crosses the line, he's coming out of the good recovery for Duane Pop, kind of on his own. Exmar, Team Prolapse crosses there in fifth place in the Corvette. We've got Ugbar with a penalty and Zande with a penalty. They're both coming across the line now to 6th and 7th place. And then we cross the line, we're going to go between the guys. This is the last car
these guys are still racing. And obviously do not realise that the safety car is out and the caution is
what's an interesting race here. We finished with Flakey as the race win, Lino Fleury again. But going to be an interesting takes the feature race here tonight.
At the moment, let's just check
the ONG takes second and Cinderella Tour rounds off the podium. But thank you all for watching. Whoever is still watching, I believe also.
I don't think the guys are aware that we're at a caution here.
I believe that's the ONG with a 13.4. So
hopefully the guys are listening to the stream and know that we are at a caution. It is Nicky who leads this race from below.
So the ONG takes the podium place there. Amazing pipe boy.